Welcome back, everyone, to Mind Over Magic, and of course to the refuge of the Painful Tide, where our staff, Manu, Encrypt, Jitterbug, Aquatami, Magrez, Polar Bear, and Rijuri are trying to shape and guide the young minds of High Kaiser, Silent Psychopath, Platinum Toast, Eelstar, Beatram, and Winterblade, and possibly many, many more should we have room for them. And on that note, that we definitely do have room for them. But before we get to that, there has been a fairly big update, and a couple of things have changed. So I'm going to just drop a pause right there, and the first thing we're going to do is going to go and check on our groups, which we spent a fair bit of time on the last episode sorting out. Now, if we have a look in here, we can very clearly see that some things aren't quite as they're meant to be. First and foremost, we've got the quilted down here. The quilted, now this is like the different quilted are kind of stacked in here. Obviously, the UI has changed a bit. We've got all staff, all students, the vivified, the fully trained, the wolfkin. Not fussy about food is suspiciously empty. Right. In any, can I add another one? Wolfkin, there we go. In either of these, membership in any of these. Now, what we had to do previously was we had to have several membership options, and sometimes it wasn't clear whether they were and, ors, or how they interacted when there were multiple memberships together. You can now have in all, in any, or in none. So we want in any on both of these, so either Vivified or Wolfkin should be in here, and that's the only thing for that rule. And there we go. Not fussy about food is sorted. Low conviction. Let's have a look in here. That one is actually pretty much where it needs to be. If they're not full and the conviction is below 65%, then go have a really delicious meal, please and thank you. Ooh, wait. Vivified don't count because vivified... vivified, they don't get any benefit from food. So we want to have membership in none and then vivified. So vivified will never try to eat to restore their mood. They'll never feel any positives or negatives about the stuff they shove in their gob, and that's why they will always, and I really do appreciate that this is built into the AI, they will always go for the least conviction restoring food that's available to them when they eat, because they do have to eat, they just don't care about it. So that is actually really quite nice, but of course we don't want to send them off to eat if they're not full and they're vivified, because it won't help resolve the situation. Now in dance, if they're not tranquil and they're 0 to 60, but also membership in none, edit, we want low conviction, eat. If they aren't in the eating group, so primarily if they can try and restore some conviction by eating, they should go and do that, but if they're not in that group and their conviction is still low, then try and dance. And then finally over here we want exactly the same if they're not fully rested, but also membership in none, and then we add in low conviction dance and low conviction eat, and that should sort that out. So if they are fully rested, they are full from food, they are completely tranquil from being so happy with their recreation, then just go and sleep if you're still in a bad mood. And hopefully that will help. Now let's just double check on the schedule. I don't believe that this will have changed the schedule in any way. I think the schedules are more or less where they need to be, and that is all it needs to do. Okay, so that one is taken care of. Now there was another change, and this one I am really, really happy with. They have changed lightning rods to show you the range of the lightning rod will protect. Now that is actually super useful. I'm going to move these around as a consequence to make sure that I am trying to protect the best location. Now if this one is there, that kind of over to that point, does that technically cover it? It might do, you know. If we scooch it just a little bit more, it almost certainly will. I'm going to be extremely cheesy with this because these are expensive. Let's move this one just a little bit across. I just want a little bit of overlap. That's all I need. And then finally, this one, I'm going to want to overlap that one tile, the very peak of that roof. So we'll grab this one and scooch it around until that's the case. And I would say somewhere around here should do that for us. Let's maybe go about there. Gives us a good bit of overlap still. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. We'll pop it right at the back there. There we go. That'll take care of protecting the roof from any lightning strikes, which I'm extremely happy about. Now, Wolf King performed better in battle, possible break risk. Yeah, that's all taken care of, kind of. But the final big change, there are a couple of small changes, but the final big change is the research tree. You can definitely feel... Well, I don't want to say that you can definitely feel Clay's influence, even though I did start off with that. It does remind me a lot about the oxygen not included research tree. But then, I guess in many ways, this kind of this is how you would lay out this kind of flow graph here. But it does have a lot of oxygen not included in it, or is that just me? Let me know in the comments if you feel that it is similar as well. Though that being said, it is not a bad thing to be similar. I actually find that quite a comfortable thing. Though a couple of little bits and bobs have changed around the place. Now, one of the first things I would like to do is either go for helping come naturally, get the quilted fertilizer, quilted harvester, so they help out with our plants, or try and get the atelier so that we can make a proper quilted room and then double the amount of time of lives they have. I think that's what we're going to be going for. So let's add these in. Now adds them into the queue. I very much appreciate that. Makes it very clear what we're doing. So I think that's all we needed to do in regards to the big changes. Now, let's allow peeps to go about their business and get some things done. Hello there. How are you doing, Wilbur? Hopefully very, very well. Now, there is a new room type that has also been added, and one that I'm extremely excited to check out, and that is a proper, honest-to-goodness greenhouse. Not one of these makeshift greenhouses that I've got over here, which means that this room can be made into something else when we make a greenhouse. The requirements for a greenhouse are actually extremely modest. So the greenhouse just needs to have 4 or more planters and be skylit. And skylit comes from a new roof type, which is quite literally a glass roof. So I'm thinking of building this into a greenhouse, honestly, or maybe making it a tall greenhouse, perhaps. Either way, I would very much like a greenhouse over here. Now, that does mean that the bitter rice plots are going to need to move around, and also what you could see me doing just now, thinking about maybe moving the graves. And I'm strongly considering it, and I would kind of like to. So let's pop a grave right down there. I think we'll be fine. We are going to want these items to be gathered as well, please. So, let's, let me just try and draw this out properly. Oh, okay, fine, I'll just do it like this. There you go. Right, and we also want the other grave, even though... Oh. Heather, did you just... Heather, why? Why were you the one trying to move your grave? It seems very counterproductive, Heather, I must confess. Manu, can you please take care of this for me? Oh, no, never mind. One of the quilted has already done it. Well done, well done. Maybe you can enlarge it. Let's get you down. Yeah, okay, you were working on it, but let's get Manu to take care of it. Please and thank you. As one of the founding members of this learning establishment, I think it would be useful for you to get in on that. Now, let's have a quick check of our students. Hi Kaiser, who has a level 3 nature wand. Nothing really going for this other than the fact it's a nature wand and we don't have one. Only needs to take on the burrower. We already know what the burrower is and where to find it. Silent Psychopath can already leave. Honestly, if Silent Psychopath still had a 3 in lightning, I'd probably keep them on, but they have been completely replaced by our cursed child over here, Beatram, who is a much higher tier wand, a level 5 wand, and has level 3 lightning. It's like, wow, they just exist to make you feel inferior, Psychopath. I am so sorry. But nevertheless, this is the way it is. And they've got 3 different off skills. That's just wild. Winterblade over here, obviously a level 5 lightning wand user with 4 in air, but nothing else. I would have preferred 3 in a couple more things rather than 4 in air, if I'm perfectly honest. We've also got Eelstar here, who is almost certainly going to be replacing Manu. Manu is definitely getting to the point where they deserve a long rest. Oh, is that one unreachable? For real? How did we even put it up there if we can't reach the bloody things? Well. Perhaps what I could do is add in a little... No, I can't put in a little staircase, unfortunately. Can I do anything else? Maybe a little spiral? No. Is it possible to add a ladder? No, that probably also won't do. Unless I were to shrink this for... Yeah, let's shrink this, build a little ladder over there. Let's try and building a ladder down here as well. We'll just pop a little ladder on the wall. Something just to get them a little bit closer to the roof where they need to install these things. That's what it needs to be. That does not look right. Look, for now I'm going to pretend like that doesn't bother me enough for me to fix it. But we all know that it does, and I will fix it. But for now I'm just going to pretend like I'm not a slave to my finicky desire for things to look just so. Right, a spectral rift has appeared. Lasts for 1.7 days, creates a torch snuffer in 4 hours. What? Where? Oh, in that case, let's go and battle. It's a 2-skull battle, mind you. Alright, well, let's take this on. Who's coming with us? It's going to be our A-team of students, it seems. Do we really feel that we need to bring anything along? Well, you know what? It would be awful to lose you to this such a simple thing after we've taken on all kinds of bosses. So sure, you can bring along some potions as well. Ooh, is this a new bit of music? Feels a little bit new. There we are. Got the quilted coming in there. Very, very nice indeed. And the battle team is ready to go. I very much like that this shows up before the torch snuffer or the chest smasher come in. Douse attacks an enemy and drains 20 mana, and the chest snuffer attacks an enemy at random, then chains twice. Disapprove. Let's get vengeance going. There we go. And next, I would like slowing strike, possibly. Who do you attack? Attacks an enemy. Okay, so you're probably going to go for the front. I'm going to go for slowing strike on the chest smasher, just to make sure that you get to do something, because if they can attack anyone, that does worry me a little bit. Also, let's get some earth armor going, and hopefully this won't do too much damage. Right, consecrating drops maybe, or I could go with torrent. Attacks an enemy, deals 20 plus damage when in the back row. We could do 52 here. We could almost take you down. But no, I can't attack that far back, sadly. Well, let's go for soak then and slow you down a little bit. Maybe we'll move you around a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Soak. There we are. Very nice indeed. Your armor held fantastically well. Right, we can do 90 damage here, so let's go for it. Pop. Now, I can just remove you from the fight, or I can go for you again, but honestly I think removing you from the fight is a little bit smarter. There we are. And now I can just focus all of my attention on pure damage. There you go. Not sure... Yes, oh, well, we can't do it with a soak. It does have to be a torrent. But I was hopeful that we'd be able to take it out with a soak, but there we go. Right, ectoplasm and hallow lily blooms. These are things that we can recover from the graves as well, that grow on the gravestones. Now, there's a couple of places that we might want to pop our items. Now, one of them, the greenhouse, we might be okay with the bedroom. Let's have a quick look. Do bedrooms require that? So, bedroom here, does it have to be lofted? Private, one more... Window, 2 or fewer beds. Yeah, we could build a little greenhouse just on top here. What we couldn't do is have them connect, though. That would cause unhappiness. Ladder does not end above a floor. Okay, so I'm going to have to add a floor, am I? That's a little bit annoying, but alright. Let's pop that in. And let's do the same over here. All the way up there. And then add in a wee... platform, maybe. Can I do that from here across? Something like that. And from here as well across to there. That might be enough to allow them to It's going to mess that one up, unfortunately, so I might not work. I might instead, let's hold off on that one. Let's change this one around a little bit, because that one is going to be a problem. Let's get rid of those. Also get rid of that. And I'm going to have to shrink this as well. Then I can build the floor out on the proper area, and that should give us access. Hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Now, the other thing is, of course, I could have a much bigger greenhouse over here. And I'm kind of tempted, if I'm perfectly honest. To that end, I would want to move the bitter rice plots over here, or at the very least, grow new bitter rice plots. So, and since this is a fairly important one for my my food right now, let's go ahead and make sure we do that. Let's do something like this. And you know what? We can maybe... Do we have any nice tiling that we could put out here? Any tiling at all? Maybe in garden? No, it doesn't look like we do. I do believe there are items that you can, though, for like little walkways and such, and so we'll probably do something like that. But instead of going up here and building a little greenhouse, I think we're going to build a greenhouse over on this side instead. And maybe even access it via ladder, because I think the kitchen has to be private, does it not? Let's have a look at the kitchen. This does need to... Actually, no. No, the kitchen only needs to be lofted. Alright, so if we move that up, we could have an exit point on this side, leading into a fairly nice nice little greenhouse there. Maybe some supports over there, so the greenhouse is nice and tall. Though, at that point, maybe... Yeah, sure, let's see what we can do. Can I move this up at all? Let's try and pop it there. If I can, then that's going to be perfect, because I think this should be tall enough. I can even have, like, a little ladder coming down, and so that you go out into the area over here. But realistically, if we want to build the dragon walk, and I kind of do, we're going to want to make this room a little bit wider. And maybe then we could even have the outside wall be quite tall up there and have a roof coming across here, so I can have the chimney right at the very top. That might work really well. I think we might try for something like that. Voyage room in the school, that's absolutely fine. You can take care of that at any point. Right, okay, well, that's fine for the rooms. Now, let's have a look down hither. Do we want to send High Kaiser to deal with this? Kinda do. I kinda do, if we can. Can I do another battle? Yes. Okay, let's take High Kaiser out with us. High Kaiser, you are an Earth Wand user. Sorry, not Earth. You're a Nature Wand user. I think we're going to get rid of our Water Wand. A little bit worrying that, but I think these are otherwise too useful. The slowing effect here is amazing. And it's stronger than the Water Wand. Though the Water Wand does give us shield on other people. Yeah, let's play defensively, I think. Let's play defensively here. So let's bring out Beatram. Let's take you out there. We are definitely going to bring along the charging rejuven. Oh, no. Have we not picked up? Oh, there we are. Revival flasks. There we go. I was looking in the completely the wrong place. Let's bring greater recharging and some rejuvenation potions. So we're going for a boss fight. Let's bring all of the potions that we possibly can for this one. And we'll see how that goes. Right, preparing for battle. Ladder does not end at the floor or above. That's fine. Hopefully this will work over here. Maybe it won't, though. We will have to see. Alright, let's get a floor from here, just going out. And see if that one works. I might need to shrink this one as well. In fact, I could probably just move that one down and build a little floor that someone could easily get over there. I might need a little bit more room, you see. We'll see how that goes. But hopefully this one will work on that side, and if that one does as well, then that'll be perfect. Right, how are our warriors doing? We've got all of the warriors arranging themselves. Perfect. We want to start exploring out the rest of the Underschool fairly soon. Unreachable object is still showing up. Right then, you. Okay, so we want, yeah, we want to get vengeance going first and foremost. Oh, I hate all of your attacks. Right. Well, let's just get vengeance going first. Whomp. Now we are going to be able to get the armor going, which is going to be very, very nice. Attacks that applies thorns to the target. Thorns deal 10 damage to the combatant in this slot at the end of the round or when leaving the slot. Let's go with Surging Strength first. And I think Surging Strength here, specifically, since you're going to be attacking before. Alright, we want Earth Armor. There we are. And whomp. Okay, not too bad. Then we want to go with... Given that I could drop a shield over there, but I think we're going to go with Soak just to slow you down a bit. There we are. Nicely done. Now, at this point, we can start lashing out with Flame Lash. Quite literally. There we are. Solid 90 damage. We can get another Surging Strength over here if I really want to. Yeah, sure. Let's get everyone buffed up a little bit. And just... keep focusing on the armor. Honestly, always having an Earth Mage just for pure armor seems like a really solid thing to do. I don't really see a reason why you wouldn't want an Earth Mage in your lineup. Right, okay, so they are burrowed for a little bit. Heavily shields itself to prepare a big attack next turn. Shrapnel attacks the front rank of enemies. Now, I'm probably... damn it. I really would have liked you to have been able to move forward, but okay. Is there much reason to attack? Plus 10 power each time the burrow of lava submerges itself in lava. And untargetable. So there's literally nothing you can do. I guess you just pass the turn then. Once again, I'm going to say pass the... Well, actually, Surging Strength... possibly down here. Strength might affect the strength of your armor spell. Now, unfortunately, I should have applied the shield. Pop, yeah, 40 damage in one hit. That hurt a bit, not gonna lie. That being said, this wouldn't have completely saved you, but it would have certainly helped a bit. Right, let's go for Flame Lash at this point. And then we've got it done. There we are. High Kaiser gets the kill. Couldn't have planned that better if I tried. Okay, 50 iron, and High Kaiser has just finished that. Right, need medical rest, no recreation scheduled. Really? High Kaiser has no recreation scheduled? What do you mean High Kaiser has no recreation scheduled? Okay, well, fair enough. You're off to eat. I understand. Possible break risk. High Kaiser has achieved full honours. The student has passed all of their trials and is eligible to graduate with honours plus 2 conviction. Beatram has completed Conqueror. Beatram completed Conqueror, earned Alchemy Spirit Bronze. Waiting turn to cast water. Oh, that's what they're off to do right now. Alchemy Spirit Bronze, Bruise 1.5 times faster, and High Kaiser completed Conqueror Bronze as well. Okay. Now, if you have a look at High Kaiser and their status, they should no longer have the Purposeless, so they're going to massively boost up now. Probably by the time High Kaiser's gotten there to have something to eat, they'll already be in a place where they probably don't need it anymore, so I'm not too worried about that one. Alright, let's get a little bit more of a floor over here just to see if someone can stand up there properly. And on that note, let's move these all down instead. There we go. Bring all of these down a little bit. There we are. Now, can you get up there to sort that out? I sincerely hope you can. I'm not seeing... Oh, there is one unreachable object. It's this one. So this one is now reachable. Okay. Fantastic. Am I going to leave the windows where they are? Probably not, if I'm perfectly honest. I don't even know why I moved them down. Just out of habit to keep everything in line, I think. Right. Okay. So, there is a bit of a break risk. Let's have a look. So, Eel Star is not in the best place right now. They've got Purposeless, Doom and Gloom, In Pain, Somewhat Unstable, and 8 outside a dining room. I understand. I understand. Also, this is no longer a common room, which is kind of rough for us, but we're going to have to see what we can do. Hopefully people can get up there and sort everything out relatively quickly. Now, break, rampage. Oh, right, we've got a full-on break then, okay. Rampaging. Let's have a look at you. So, Rampage had a break and is wandering the school Destroying food and furniture. Destroying food? Why would you do that? What kind of nonsense break is this? Oh, to be honest, I've played enough RimWorld to know that that isn't even remotely as bad as it could be. Alright, that's done. Let's go ahead and demolish these floors all the way across, and then the ladders all the way down as well. There we go. I can't get to that ladder quite, but we'll wait for them to all be moved. Is that moved now? Oh, thank goodness. Don't even need this done. Cancel. Oh, alright. Fantastic. Very happy. We can get this place back to normal in a moment. There we are. Alright, well, now that I know that I absolutely can be done properly, we can move these back up. I know. I moved them down, and there was really no reason for me to move them down, but I did anyway, and now I need to move them back up. Yeah, we'll keep them more close together, we might as well. I like having the three together over there. This one maybe can stay a bit lower, just because. Right, now then. Ladder does not end above the floor. That is perfectly fine. We'll get that all sorted in a moment. How is the fog looking? The fog is looking a bit close, honestly. Not the best. Not the best, but it's okay. You've broken my pantry? You rapscallion, you. My lord, I hope you get out of this break quickly. How long will it last? Are you just... Really? Are you fixing it? Are you where is Eelstar right now? Eelstar, this is not the behavior that we expect from the students of this school. Don't break the... You're just trying to keep us from sending High Kaiser and Silent Psychopath away. I understand. They're your friends, and you don't want to see them go. But it has to happen, damn it. Calming small rug. Oh, the calming rug is broken. Of all the things for someone to break in a rage, the calming rug. There is a certain poetry to this, I think. Right, let me go ahead and demolish that last little bit there, and then we can unshrink a couple of things. So build shrinks. We want the bed right there, and we also want the window right there, and then this place will finally look good. And I'm still going to have to fix that, but shh, we'll get to that in a little bit. What the heck happened to Eelstar? Eelstar, what did you do? Eelstar is at death's door and will die in 17... You were so angry you died. Well, you're at death's door. You're just virtually imploding. Okay, well, that I'm not going to say it's fine, but could you go and rescue them, please, Manu? Manu's very disappointed in you, Eelstar. Everyone's favorite teacher in this school. They're not even going to tell you. You'll just be able to tell from the look. This is like upsetting McGonagall. You scallywag. Right. Anyway, let's go ahead and... Well, as soon as Eelstar is in at death's door, can we help this out? A revive ritual. Okay, let's get this going. Requires water 1. Thank heavens that we've got that. You know what? Silent Psychopath is going to do it. There we go. Begin the ritual, Silent Psychopath. It's going to be one of the last things you do before you leave the school. What a legacy. You saved Eelstar's life. You hero. There we are. Hopefully Eelstar will be fine. But that is how the Death's Door mechanic works now. I see. Can we make that a high priority? Just get that out of the way so we stop having that warning. There we go. Now you need medical rest for probably a long time, you muppet. Right, well, the fog isn't too close. I think we'll allow it to come closer one last time before we do anything else. But we've got so many things we now need to repair. My lord. But we can say goodbye to High Kaiser. We can now say goodbye to Silent Psychopath, I do believe. Yep. Okay, well, let's clear things out a little bit. Graduate with honors, Silent Psychopath and High Kaiser. Manu will say goodbye to you. They have cared for you in your long days, I guess, here in the university. You've done very well. You exceeded all our expectations getting your diploma this quickly. But we will get 37 adept scrolls from this, which I think is going to be rather amazing. Silent Psychopath is going to give 20. All right, begin the ritual. There you go. Graduate with honors, both of you. Have fun wherever you go. One of the things I really liked about Spellcaster University, a game which I feel has a significant, has had a significant impact on this game. It hasn't been specifically stated, but I can't imagine that these games developed in isolation. But one of the things I did quite like about Spellcaster University is you learnt what job they got after graduation. There was a certain charm to that, finding out that the person who just messed around in school and never learned a bloody thing ended up being a peasant, whereas the person who also messed around in school and almost learned nothing became an arch-vampire. It was very, very weird, just like real life, really. There we are. All right, let's go ahead and clean everything out from down. Oh, actually, we could go ahead and pop down a support now. So an outdoor support here. Takes a fair bit of effort, but I think maybe we could pop it here, make the kitchen quite large. Maybe about there, I'm thinking. So let's go ahead and gather all of these things up. In fact, let's just get rid of everything out here. Let's remove all of it. Oh, actually, I could probably, thinking about it, if I just do this, and then I do, well, could disintegrate. Turn this into its constituent reagents, or destroy. Skill required to use fire. Remove the object from the world. Does not provide any reagents. You know what? Disintegrate them all. Disintegrate everything, and then whatever's left we'll destroy. Then we're going to build a column. Then we're going to expand out our kitchen, because I would very much like to get the dragon walk. Now then, how is research going? Let's have a gander here. Why are we... Oh no, it is going down, I think. Maybe. I'm not entirely certain that it is, though. Interesting. Is anyone actually going over here? Can anyone do it? Let's have a look at access. Yeah, all staff are allowed. I guess they're just very busy, which, to be fair, I've been giving them a lot of jobs, so that is reasonable. Let's just get all of this cleaned up, and then hopefully they'll head off and do their work. In fact, some things may have changed. Oh Lord. I'm glad I thought about it at the very least. It seems that in the update, we have lost all priority work. Huh. Okay, give me a few moments. There we go. Also, by the way, I completely missed that Reachery had a level 4 nature one. That was my bad earlier for stating that I think it was High Kaiser was valuable simply because they were the only person with the nature wand. They were valuable, of course, for other reasons, just not as valuable as everyone else. Right, okay, so all of the priorities for the children have been set up. Kind of the default. They will have high priority on cleaning, hauling, low priority on destroying, except when they need it, decently high priority on charging, top priority on Beast Scare, because they are the only ones who can. So I want that to be one of the first jobs they do, and then they can haul, and then they will go through, do some radical rest, charge lanterns, also clean, and then everything else will be done after that. I do very much like the fact that you can now set up new staff, new student defaults. That's going to be very handy. But as for the staff have been set up to deprioritize anything that they've got low skill in doing, that like only a level 1. Of course, they can't do anything they've got a level 0 in, or beast care, because apparently adults just don't take care of animals. Then we've got medium priority on anything, but they've got very meager skills, and we'll probably increase this up to a 3 as well, and like 2 or 3s would be medium priority, 1 would be low priority. But then currently everything else is at high priority, going from 3 up, but we'll probably adjust this to 4 and 5s in the future, and finally, anything they really, really like doing, they get a top priority. Now, I'm not adding critical onto anything because I need to go back over everyone and make sure that the people who have a need for medallions, for example, charging over here for Eelstar, have that as a critical job. Where is charging for you, Eelstar? There we go. You should be the very first person who tries to do it. Destroying for Beatram as well. So let's go and take care of Beatram with destroy jobs. There you go. And finally, Winterblade also. Oh my god, Winterblade's got a gold one for charging mana lanterns. It's going to take you for ages to do that. I'm going to have to build more mana lanterns around the place just to help you take care of that one. But either way, there we go. Right, priorities are back where they need to be. I'm glad I noticed that, because to be fair, earlier on I was like, oh, well done, Staff. You're getting all of the gardening work done very quickly. I'm not used to this level of conscientiousness. But no. It was because they just didn't know what they were meant to do, so they were doing whatever was first on the list, regardless of anything else. Which, I mean, isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's also not the best. But hopefully Beatram will come down here and nuke that for us. In fact, there goes Beatram right now. And Beatram can also nuke this one right after they're done, which would be rather wonderful. Then we can start placing down all of the columns there, right there. You can also destroy that one for me. Right, I would like to place down some outdoor support columns. How big of a room do we want to make? Let's bring the support columns to about here, let's say, yeah? I think so, yes. Then we'll extend the floor out. Ooh, gonna have to wait for it to be built first, apparently. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't mind. That is completely reasonable, actually. Now, with all of that going on, it's probably time for us to start bringing in some more students. How are our wands looking? Let's have a quick gander. We've got a level 1 on all... Oh, sorry, a level 2 of every type of wand. That is very nice. No recreation scheduled for whom? Oh, that's going to pop up frequently, unfortunately, whenever someone gets a task to go and eat or dance. Well, actually, no, just the eat, because everything else... and sleeping as well, thinking about it. Maybe I should just add a tiny little bit of recreation into both of those, purely so it avoids that one issue. Sure, we'll just put that in there so that when they get assigned to these groups, it doesn't make them... doesn't throw a warning. There we are. Right, I'm thinking we're going to want a superior fog repel over here. Regery, let's get you in there. I don't think there's actually any difference with the people doing it, which is interesting. Eelstar, would you like to take part, maybe? Wow. Never mind. Eelstar has a huge ability. Okay, what about Beatram? Oh my lord. Okay, so Beatram has crazy high powers because Beatram has got a very strong wand. Alright. Well, let's go and do that then. My goodness. Okay, I'm very, very pleased with this. Very pleased indeed. Following that, I think it's time for us to get a couple more students into the school. But first, let's push that back a little bit. Make sure that the new students aren't given any reason to be concerned when they show up. Thank you so much, Heather. Where would we be without you, dutifully doing all the jobs that everyone else ignores? Right, how's the ritual doing? Must be nearing completion now. There we go. Pop. Right, whoa, oh my lord. Okay, I'm fairly certain it was about there, wasn't it? That threw the fog back. My goodness, we're into the other biome again. Alright, I very much like this. So we've got a battle awaits. An animus... Ooh, okay. A rancor crystal. I mean, I'll take on a 3 skull battle, sure, but yikes. Okay, well, do we want to take out... yeah, let's just take the students. I see no reason to send any staff. It's fine. The students are more powerful than you anyway. Right, let's bring along some revival flasks, though, because we're definitely going to need them. And the other potions as well. Let's bring all of those along. And rejuvenation. Actually, let's focus on the rejuvenation ones. There we are. Go fill up your mana and then head on out. We definitely want to get some more Quilted to help us out, though, in bringing all of this sort of stuff back, I think. That is definitely going to be on the cards. How are we doing for items here? We've got very low amounts of brains. I'm going to say we probably want to hunt, then. Let's hunt a couple of rats, get their brains, dig them out. Right. Oh, goodness, what am I doing? Your health is high enough. I can also use a mana pot, perhaps, to help out with that. That might be fine. We've got to get over there reasonably soon, though. Otherwise, we won't be able to take care of this. Eelstar, are you there? Are you the first or the last? You are the first, I think. Where are the others? Oh, no, there we go. And the final one as well. All right, nice. They're on their way. Right, while they're doing that, who do we want to bring in? We've got Platinum Toast currently with a level 4 Earth Wand. Eelstar with a level 2 Fire Wand. We've got Beatron with a level 3 Water Wand. We're not going to be able to compete with that. And we've got a level 3 Lightning Wand. It's absolutely bonkers. We've currently got a good Nature Wand. So I'm thinking might be time for a better Dark Wand. Or maybe another Lightning Wand, because we're going to want multiple Lightning Wand users. Let's summon a gifted student. Let's see. Sure, that should be fine. Oh, of course, it has to be lightning users. So, let's go and pick. Let's see. Sure, let's bring a Dark Wand user into the school. And also, I should probably cycle through. Oh, actually. You know what? Let's go back on that. Let's summon regular students with the level 1 wands we have. Let's get through all of those. I think that would be wise. Alright. Let's see how this fight is going to go. Oh, you're going to have to fight right before nighttime, which isn't the best. What? Okay, fair enough. The Rune Wood. Okay. And the last combatant is almost here. Let's get into this fight and see what we're fighting up against. Ow! Well, that was definitely a thing that just happened. We had 0 chance of doing anything. Okay, use a revival flask. Good lord, that was brutal. Okay, alright. There's grants plus 25 power to allies. Attacks the enemy with the lowest HP. Right, okay. Well, let's get vengeance going. We can now at least... you're not going to get a turn until next turn. Oh, that's going to be rough. That's going to be super rough, actually. I need a slowing strike. You're going to go down again, I suspect. Yeah, you will. We can give you a little bit of protection, but not a lot. Alright, well, let's... Slowing strike on you. Jolted puts you at the back. Consecrated drops straight away. Also, use a potion of rejuvenation. Oh, can you... Oh, damn it. Okay. It's not a throwable flask, unfortunately. Okay. Well, I could use soak on... No, I can't. Alright, I needed to use the jolt in the opposite way. That was very silly of me. Very silly of me indeed. I should have done that the different way around. Because once you've got your armor up, you'll be okay. But... Now I'm effectively having to burn an extra flask here. Oh, and you're still going to go. This was a terrible, terrible idea. But I have to bring you back. What an awful situation we're in. Alright, I'm going to have to reserve the last one. Let's just try and whittle you down then. Let's get you out of here. Slowing strike on you. Womp. There we are. Push you back. I might actually be okay if I can do this here. Oh, no, not quite. Not quite, regardless. Right, we will keep that last potion. I need to use it at the very end, though. First, I want to use a potion of greater recharging, perhaps? No, that gives us a lot of mana. We don't need that much. Right, let's go for... Now, who are you going to go for next? You're always going to go for the person with the least amount of... Like, that will actually be Eelstar, which is unfortunate, to say the very least, but oh well. Let's go with a Flame Lash there. Good hit. It is you that goes next. Slowing strike might push you back. Then you would be... Well, we're still going to see a lot of damage coming towards Eelstar. I hate to do this. Truly, I've got 2 of them, so I can get you back up. But we are not going to... This is a rough one, honestly. Would you have enough damage to take... I would have enough damage to reduce them to below 100 outgoing damage. Okay, let's quaff a potion of recharging. Let's go for slowing strike here. There we go. Slowed you. And now I need... Well, either one would do, honestly. I could go for soak, though. Get a little bit of extra damage, extra slow there, but it would take you out, so there isn't a point. So I should go with the one that costs the least. Now then, you will attack once, and once you're gone, I do believe that this is going to pull your power down a bit. There we go, only 55 now. Ooh, you've got a second attack. Eelstar is clinging on by a very thread. Alright, let's get some healing in you so it's not going to be as awful when we head back to school. Alright, we want a Flame Lash, please. Good hit. Now I would like a Revival Flask. Well, oh, you're still not going to get a turn. My lord, that is so remarkably unfair. Right, I'm going to recharge your mana in hopes that you're able to slow them back a bit. Yes. Okay. Now that you're actually going to get a turn to attack, this will work perfectly well. Because your armor can soak the entirety of their attacks, but it's just keeping you on your feet long enough to be able to do that, which was the problem. This has been a very interesting fight. I'm not going to lie. I'm quite impressed. Flame Lash here. Right, you're going to need to pass the turn, regenerate a little bit. Finally, one thing. I want you to use a Flask of Rejuvenation so that you'll be a little bit less messed up when we go back to school. Alright, there you go. Mana Burst. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. That was amazing. The fact that you've got so... This is why you want a Earth Wand user of the highest level you can get. Because 120 versus 60 made rather a large amount of difference when the enemy is capable of doing 110. So, though, I mean, I kind of staggered in a weird way there. But still, very, very useful. I'm going to have you pass the turn to regenerate some power. We'll use a bolt here. There we go. I want Earth Armor because I genuinely can't risk anything else. Who is the low? Ooh, you're not the lowest. Oh, well, it still is going to taunt them. So that's fine. Either way, this is where the fight ends. That was a crazy hard fight. Considering, I really thought we would be fine considering we've taken on the Burrow without any trouble. But apparently, no. Apparently that is not how this works. Okay, Fog's advancing. Animus Crystal was conquered. I'm very glad about that. We're definitely not taking on the Rancor Crystal. Now that I know how bad these battles can be, we absolutely need people who are significantly more capable. Who've got much higher level ones. Alright. But we've got a student, but before we name you, let's get another one, shall we? Manu, would you like to come down and help out? We are going to go for a... Let's see, we've got an air wand here and 2 fire wands. Let's grab the air wand. Let's get them summoned. And then we will find out what the names of our 2 new students are. Hopefully our peeps will go and grab all of the bits and bobs from over there. How are we doing down here? We've got 3 clean sweep and 3 carriers. I'd kind of like more, if I'm honest. Let's bump that up a little bit higher in priority. Let's get 4 of each. There we go. Well done. Almost done here. Though that is what we need the dark wand user for, is of course for the quilted. And I'm fairly certain we need a higher level. Yeah, we need a higher level dark wand for the other quilted. Right, okay, so we've got 2 new students. Let's find out a little bit about them, shall we? Please everyone say hello to Alakramps, the Vivified, and Nikoshana, the Raven Cult student. Now, let's take a peek at your Trials medallions and, of course, your magic. So, Alakramps is a regular Tier 1 Dark Wand user. He's got 2 in water and 2 in earth. Nothing particularly amazing really there. And Nikoshana's got a 3 in air wand, level 1 air wand, but 3 in it. And 2 in lightning and 2 in earth. Not too bad, all things said and done. Let's have a look at what you've got here. So, you would like to clean 3 messes. I'm sure we can make that happen, Nikoshana. We've got wisdom. Oh, what would that actually give you? +1 to lightning skill. That would take you to up to a level 3 lightning user. Ooh. That is useful, even if it's only a level 3 air. Because having just passively more lightning users means we don't need to double up on dedicated lightning users. We've also got Blissful Learner, bronze. You want to cast at a learning zone 25 times in a basic or intermediate classroom, while at or above 75 conviction. This will give you +1 to dark. That will take you up to 2 dark. Okay, you've actually got some really good medallions. Finally, we've got the Defensive Duelist. Defeat a 1 skull or higher enemy party without an ally going unconscious, and this will give you Cannot Become Wet. Right, moving on. Now, over to Alakramps. We've got Full Fighter, bronze. Defeat a 1 skull or higher enemy party while full. This will give you +1 to nature. That'll bring you up to 2. We've also got Wisdom. Cast at a learning zone 25 times. This will give you boosted HP and power. Not bad for a Vivified. And finally, we've got Dancing on My Own. Dance in a room with an enchantophone and no other students or staff present. That would be a little bit harder to do. But recreation needs fill 1.5 times fast. That's actually not bad. As much as I'm sure everyone hopes to get a boon which would increase their magical abilities, that's actually quite an okay one to go for. Being able to satisfy your needs that much faster, it's actually very, very nice indeed. Right. 3 staff, 2 must be staff with lightning skill of 3 or more. Okay, so we can't summon any more gifted students right now. I should have gone for the gifted student first. That was very silly of me. Oh, well. It is what it is. That being said, but this is why we want to get stronger lightning users around and about. You're already fully learned there. We've got to get the charging up. Rested learner. Cast while rested at a learning stone 50 times. And cast at a learning... a lightning teaching Ori. Ooh, this one's going to be a rough one. That one will genuinely be a difficult one for us to do, I think. We'll have to see what we can do about it. But, I mean, this isn't an intermediate classroom. I could make it an advanced classroom. There isn't really a problem with that. But a lightning Ori... let me actually see. Was it the classroom you needed to cast in? Or just at the specific item? Let's have a look here. Blissful Learner. Lightning Observatory. Well, yeah, Lightning Observatory. So a Lightning Observatory requires Chalkboard, Lightning Teacher Ori, Iron Conduit, Lightning Rod, Arcane Secretary, and it has to be private. Not the best for us, really, but I guess that would make this a potential room for that. Ooh. I kind of like this idea. Okay, we want to go for a lightning observatory. How far are we along? Okay, we're starting to make some progress now with this. But let's have a quick glance. Where is that dedicated device? The iron conduit right there. Is that what we would need for this? Let me just double check again. It needs, yeah, 1 or more iron conduit. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit more of a tricky one for us to do. Might be a little bit of a ways away for us right now, unfortunately, Winterblade. It is a shame, but, you know, it is what it is. There's not too much we can do about that one for now. Could I get Beatram out here to destroy another thing or two, and then they will level up a bit? Will this not? There we go. There we are. Let's just bring all of that across and start expanding out this wall. I'm thinking we should definitely take this up and then have the roof just angle down. The problem with that is we're probably going to need to build up in order to do it. But I don't mind having a super lofted kitchen. I think that would actually be kind of cool. That will then allow us to build further out and have our greenhouse. Something I am extremely happy with. Let's go ahead and see how far out we can bring this floor. Can I? Oh, I can. Well, well, well. Do we really want to do, though? Do we want this over here, or do I just want to have pillars instead? As much as having this over here is kind of fun, do we need a little gatehouse? I mean, there is something to be said about having a little gatehouse, I'm not going to lie. Maybe we should. Maybe we should drop in a couple of foundations, take it out a little bit, and just have a little room over on this side. But I'm not really sure that there's going to be any function for that little room. So it might be a bit of a weird one. Right, eat 5 bitter gruel. That one is going to be a tricky one for you because you won't naturally do that. So I'm actually going to have to create a restriction specifically for you. And Beatram is going to be the only one in it, and the only meals that I'm going to allow, clear all. There we are. And then the only meal I'm going to allow is bitter gruel. Let's just make sure that we are keeping some bitter gruel at all times. If we click there, yeah, we've got plenty of bitter gruel. So that is the only thing I'm going to allow Beatram to eat. We should be able to get through that fairly quickly. And getting a level 5 water user is going to be absolutely fantastic. Eat in the House Commons with no other students or staff present. Okay, we can definitely do that for you. It's going to be a bit of a lonely time for you, to be you, but you know, we can just do this and then we can move on. Right, so add another custom one. This is going to be for Beatram specifically. Right, can I copy? Can I? No, it doesn't look like I can. That's a little bit of a shame. Right, okay, well, I want to effectively copy this, so let's do all of that all the way out to here. We will add in some recreation at the same time as other people, but I want you to eat at a time when no one else is likely to eat, so that's going to be about here. So this is when you eat specifically, Beatram, and since it's Beatram and Beatram doesn't learn anymore, Beatram has done all of their learning. I may as well just fill that out with just work for the time being. So you'll eat 5 bitter gruels, and you just need to do it by yourself in a House Commons with no other students or staff present. This is a House Commons, is it not? Oh no, it's just regular common room. Wow, these are some chonky requirements. Okay, private, elevated, towered. Elevator's going to be the tricky one. No adjacent rooms or foundation below. I mean, we can do it. We can definitely do it. 15 or greater luxury. That's easily achieved. We've got 22 there. 5 or more plain beds, fancy beds, or canopy beds. 2 or more dining tables. We've got 2 or more dining tables. 2 or more recreation furnished. We've got that. So all I need, must have 1. 3 or more large windows. 1 or more huge window. Now, those are going to be the trickier ones. All right. But it is possible. I'm just going to need to set this all up on its own these little stilts and just have a gap at the bottom, just so it's completely isolated from this area. So that's such an interesting requirement, though, that one. Having elevate, no adjacent rooms or foundation below. Okay, well, we can definitely make that happen. We've already got the two more difficult ones. Well, I'd say Elevate is more difficult than Private, but honestly, considering how big these rooms have to be, I would say that honestly having this room Private is more difficult by virtue of the fact that it requires so much sacrifice in other areas. Right, now that we've done that though, let's go ahead and build out the foundations. Sure, we'll pop these in there. I'm going to move all of this around a little bit though. Let's do that up to here. We'll place a little door right there. And then we're going to promptly just demolish everything else. So all of that, all the way down, and that as well. There we go. Hopefully Beatrum will take care of that once the rest of that is built. Okay, let's have a look at the levels. I'm going to say Alakramps and Nikoshana are both going to be max level long before Winterblade or Beatrum finish their tasks. My goodness, the room requirements are the kickers here. The room requirements are the kickers. Cast while rested in a learning stone 50 times in it's specifically in an intermediate classroom. That's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one, all right. Well, if we have a quick look at the schedule, everyone else is doing their lessons. I could have it so that you're the only one that's getting lessons in the evening. And for now, that is exactly what I'm going to do. Eelstar will be the only one to have any lessons in the evening and should, as a consequence, show up and get that quickly, and then we'll just revert it normally. It means that my regular students are going to take a little bit longer in order to level up, but that should be okay. Do I want to go ahead and summon more students, get rid of those other wands? I'm thinking yes. Yes on that one. Let's bring you along. Let's get rid of the regular fire wands as well. There we go. May as well get all of the children into school, though. There's a part of my brain that is definitely still thinking in terms of Spellcaster University, like, oh, well, we need more students because that's how we get more money and that's how we learn more magic to be able to turn back the tide of darkness. But that doesn't seem to be the problem here. Honestly, just getting more students is more for the sake of having more students, it feels like. Nevertheless, we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. Alright, there we go. Let's just grab all of this, and then we can build out a little wall. We'll have a little gatehouse over here, maybe a little lantern. Ooh, actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm not really sure what this is going to be used for then, but I guess we can just keep it for the sake of it. Right, let's get that door built. There we go. Thank you very much. And then finally, we will do the same over on this side. One of the things I would love to see in this game, though, is different walls. I might be very much alone in that, but I really would like to see different types of walls that we could build. Now, I'm no idea what it's going to look like in here once that happens, but I'm also going to build more of these. Why? Just so it'll look interesting. We're going to go throw that all together. There we are, and that's going to give us quite a nice little like platform over on this side. Though we are going to be going to have to be very, very cautious about anything going on with regards to enemy crow getting in. Right now, it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. As long as we're not just going out there and killing the crow for no particular reason at all, we should be alright. Right, we have got some surface ore out here, but that is no longer going to be something that we see out and about, so I should just dig it up while it's there. Go ahead and mine all of the surface ore. Sure. Just go and grab as much of that as you can. This place is going to be very dark, I'm going to say. Go ahead and harvest that. Go ahead and harvest this. You know what? If this was V-Rising, I would make this room into the rat spawning room so that our wolfkin always have somewhere to go and eat. I think that would be marvellous, personally. Let's go ahead. We want to place in a mana lantern over here, I'm going to say. Right about there. We're also going to want... Now, is this going to... I don't know what this is going to do. Need medical rest. Platinum achieved full honors. Well done. Mess Hall Diner. Very well done, Platinum Toast. Extremely proud of you. Let's get a nice green lantern there and a green lantern here, and that should be more than well lit enough. Does this count as a room? It doesn't. Marvellous. Okay, so that isn't going to be affected by lightning then, or at least I don't think it will. No, it shouldn't be. That being said, wouldn't be terrible if we did have void shrooms spawning out here, though given that other people just walk through there, maybe it's not that great. There we, where was it? Mess Hall Diner, there we go. Couldn't eat another bite. Defeat one skull. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Oh, yeah, wait, here we are. Mess Hall Diner. So it just gives you boosted HP. It's not terrible. Certainly not. And finally, we want another student. So let's go ahead and, yeah, once again, another Fire Wand user. And then when they're summoned, we'll find out who the new students are. But now that we've done all of that, I can go ahead and have a look. Really? Lightning. When I've got all of this unprotected scallywags. Oh, well, it's just rain, I suppose. That's not the worst, I guess. Not the worst. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and have a look at what we can build over here for the crafting of the dragon walk. I need 5 meat. All right. Are we able to get meat? Is there a meat? Yeah, there we are, meat. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't already got that. Do until X, and let's make sure that we've got always 10 meat available, I suppose. Sure, let's get that on the go. And on that note, let's go ahead and select everything out here, and then just make sure that we're not going to be picking any crow, and we are not. Let's go and hunt all of them. There we are. This should... Yeah, plenty bright enough. And now we've got a little mana lantern out there, so that our staff can go and recharge their batteries should they need to. You know what? I actually like that idea, having mana lanterns out at the peripheries. That seems like a very good place to put mana lanterns. We've got one there. We've got one here. We could definitely afford to have a couple more. We've got one there as well. Maybe a mana lantern in here. The more mana lanterns we put down, of course, the more opportunities the children will have to charge their lanterns. There you go. Right, let's find out about our 2 new students. Please, everyone, say give a warm welcome to Sandman the Shattered and Doc the Wolfkin. Thank you very much for your continued patron support. All right, let's find out about you then. So we've got another Shattered. Low health, but they start with some decent protection. They start with some armor in any fight. If we have a look at Shattered students, glass-like humanoids with very low HP, they gain armor in battle and are immune to many ills. Let's have a look at your magic. Again, you're going to be a level 3 fire wand, 2 in lightning, 2 in earth. Not bad. Let's see. Are you going to be able to bump that lightning up a little bit more? Cannot become fearful. Ooh, potion purist. Defeat 2 1 skull or higher enemy parties without using a single potion. That probably wouldn't be too hard for us to do. Rested fighter. Defeat 1 skull or higher enemy party while rested. This will get you Serene Disposition, so just a permanent plus 2.5 conviction. And finally, Charger Bronze. Charge Mana Lantern 3 times, and that will give you gain 5 conviction for 4 hours after charging task. I mean, that's not the best one, because honestly, I largely give the students the charging tasks, and the staff don't have them. As a consequence, having this as an ability to take over with you as a staff member, not really going to be that useful for us. Of course, Doc, again, a level 3 Flame Wand, 2 in Lightning, and 2 in Dark. So there is a possibility that with Trials and Medallions, you might be able to push yourself up to a level 3 on Lightning. Great day. Be full, rested, and relaxed at the same time. We'll earn Meek Serenity, boosted power, mana, and HP. That's actually not bad. 10 extra mana and 2 power, not bad at all. We've also got full learning. Cast while full at a learning zone 25 times. We'll earn Love of Learning. That one won't be that useful. Well, actually, that's a lie, because it does also count for teaching. So that would still be useful as a teacher. And finally, again, Potion Purist, and this gives Craft Once. None of these medals are particularly wonderful, I must admit. Sad to say, but them's the breaks there. Now, which of you wanted the job to break stuff? That was Sandman. Sandman wishes to destroy things. Well, Sandman is going to need to get... Oh, no, actually, I can pop it in there right now. That's not too bad. Sometimes you need them to spend a little bit of time to learn the basics of magic before they can even start doing things. But, of course, a fire wand starts... Your wand starts at level 1. All of the others start at level 0, and you have to build them up. But that is the sound of rain, which... Sadly, it's going to break things over here. Not the best thing for us, but, you know, it is what it is. Now, the hope is, I think in the next episode, looking at the time, we're going to be able to get the meat together to make a dragon walk. At that stage, I'm thinking, in fact, we can already lay out a bit of the room for us. So we can lay out the room something like this. We're going to want it quite tall so that it's still a towered room. And then build a nice big roof going up something like that. And then we can add in, or maybe even move this around a little bit, maybe boost this roof just a tad so it's so it can support the lightning rod a bit better. But this would then give us the let's pop it down like that. This will give us a much nicer area to build our kitchen into. We'll have to take apart that wall, and then we can have the chimney right at the top, which means that, for example, for a nice big greenhouse, we could still have a nice roof that's nice and vaulted up off the ground without it being too much of a problem. And of course, Heather can go through there and take care of all of that. Who is breaking my stuff? Someone is breaking my things, I think. Is there a crower out here murderizing my bits and bobs? Someone is doing something. Yeah, you little scallywags. Okay, it's not a spectral crower at the very least, but a regular crower eating my food. The scallywag. Right, but that is going to be it for this episode. We took on the burrower once again. We also took on a pretty rough crystal battle. I'm going to have to bear in mind that not all level 3 battles are born equal. Some are significantly more dangerous than the others. But we've managed to reposition a couple of things, and we've also managed to build, or rather repair, our schedule and our groups after the latest big update. Now, in the next episode, we will be aiming to expand out our kitchen, make it into a proper kitchen with a dragon walk, and also build a dedicated greenhouse, which means this room over here will become free for possibly a dedicated learning room, an advanced learning room of some kind. It will have to be one that doesn't have specific needs to be at the top or on the grounded. And over here, I'm thinking once we get the research point, I would very much like to make a lightning advanced room over there. And maybe in the next couple of episodes, we'll be able to get Winterblade or Beatrim ready to join us over here. But that is going to be it for me for now. I really do hope you have enjoyed and will be joining me for the next. But until then, as always, from myself, all of the students of the course, all of the faculty of the Refuge of a Painful Tide, do take care, everyone.